Gary, before we look ahead to the season opener at Wycombe, pre-season, have you got everything out of it that you wanted from your squad?
Yeah, I have. It's been a challenging pre-season. I'm sure all the players will tell you how difficult it's been physically, and I think that is a big part of pre-season. Obviously, you're getting players back to fitness levels to train, but then the games come in, you try to get their match minutes up to get them ready to play games. But I think we've done so much more than that in terms of socially. We've had some occasions where we've been together and done different activities. We've tested the players psychologically a lot through training early in the morning, through dropping things in when they don't expect it, through telling them they're doing a specific run and they're doing more, and really try to push the boundaries of the players' mental capacity to be better. And then tactically, we've worked with new players coming in to find our way of playing, to understand each other and how they play with different partnerships within the team. So it's been a lot of different things to prepare us for this moment, to be ready for the season. And I don't think it stops. I think we continue to build that all the way through the season. So it's kind of phase one of pre-season complete, but lots more development and lots more work to do all the way through the season.
That kind of touched on my next question. Is the team where you wanted it to be? And by that I mean in terms of levels than personnel.
Yeah, I think we're getting there. I think when players come in at different stages, the challenge is getting them up to speed with the tactical principles within the team, the understanding of their teammates. We speak a lot in training. We had things yesterday where we work on the different profiles of each player and understanding how different players require you to make different runs and different movements and get that understanding. So that is still, I think, has areas that can improve. And then also I think we will bring more players in between now and the end of August. So that's what I mean about pre-season doesn't stop, and that work doesn't stop. We continue to do that all the way through the season.
I think something that we saw in pre-season is that the side has a great adaptability depending on what the opponent throws at us, and I think we saw that very well against Coventry.
Yeah, I think the one thing I want us to be is a really adaptable, flexible football team that, yes, we want to play possession-based football, but when the occasion needs it, we can play in different ways. We can tactically play with different formations and different setups in the team. And that again comes down to recruitment, how we recruit players and what type of profile of player we're looking for each position to give us more options in how we play. So that is developing. I think against Coventry was by far our best performance. I think it was the first time we got a team on the pitch that would look like what a league team would look like. And that is really positive that team, for the very first time we playing together, showed that level of performance against a really good team.
Pre-season ended last night for some of the players against Exeter. A good run out, but sadly an injury to Gabriel Billington. Can you give us an update on him?
Yeah, that was the big disappointment from the game. It was just a kind of innocuous tackle, and he went over, and straight away you could see his ankle was pointing in a different direction. Fortunately, Michael McBride was at the game to watch the game and reacted incredibly well. He was first to him on the pitch and managed to give him the treatment that he needed, because it could have been a really, really serious injury. It is still a bad injury. He's got a fractured ankle and obviously dislocated his ankle as well. So he will be out for a number of months, but like I said, but for Michael it could have been worse, and he will have the support of everyone at the football club to get back to be even better and stronger, because he did have a really good pre-season, so it is a disappointment.
Good to see Kyle Taylor start. He came off in the first half. Was that a planned change?
Yeah, it was planned. We planned for him to play a little bit more, but we felt like with the injury, the stoppage, it was probably best to get him off at that moment, and he can train today as well. So he was planning to come off after half an hour. It wasn't much before that, but we just felt with the large stoppage, he probably wasn't as warm as he should have been when the game restarted, and obviously he's had a really serious injury himself, so we felt psychologically for him to play at that point might have been difficult. But I thought all the young players coped with the situation really well. It's not easy seeing your teammate, somebody they've known from a really young age, to see him lying on the ground in that, in agony, and to know that he's going to be out for a number of weeks and months is difficult, but the young players coped with it really well and performed really well after it.
8 players in, are you pleased with the business so far this summer?
Yeah, I'm really happy with the personalities and the character we've brought into the football club. Really happy with the quality and the different profiles we've brought in to allow us to play different ways. We still have to improve in certain areas. We still have to bring in numbers to create competition within the squad, but so far every player that's came in has really added to the group, and that's really pleasing.
Plenty of speculation on players both in and out. One of those players is Sam Nombe. How important a player is he for your squad this season?
Yeah, he's huge. I think Noms has been fantastic, and he's playing in League One last season. The step up for League Two was a challenge for him, but he really took it in his stride. He scored a lot of goals, but not only that, he provides us a real physicality and an outlet that he's horrible to play against for defenders because of his pace and his power. So he gives us a real, whilst we want to control the game, he gives us a real outlet when we have to go long and we have to stretch teams, and he's a huge part of that. But number 9s are all judged in goals, and his return last year was exceptional, so we are not looking for him to go anywhere this window, and he's a large part of what we're doing this season.
Let's talk Wycombe then. First point is, you actually know where it is now?
I do. It's like North London.
Like yourself, their manager is having their first pre-season. Do you expect something different from perhaps a Wycombe that we saw last season?
Yeah, I think there's subtle changes. I don't think there's been a huge shift in how they play. I still think they're fairly direct. I would say they aren't as direct as they were before. But I think at their home stadium, they want to create an energy, they want to create momentum by putting you under pressure, and the style is fairly similar to what it was before. So we've analysed their games from pre-season. It's never easy. The first game, you don't have a bank of games where you can watch them and find tactical principles that they use, but we've looked into it as much as we can. We're fairly sure of what they're going to do, and we'll work on that today and tomorrow to be ready for the challenge.
And given the test that Coventry gave us on Saturday, this is another excellent game to start with, because they were a side that are really strong in this division.
They are, yeah. They're a side that always competes up the top end of this league. I felt like last year when we went there, we played extremely well. It was one of our better games last year in terms of performance. We didn't manage to win the game, but we put on a really good performance. So we know what to expect, and we know what we need to do to get a win.
Support for the team was really strong last season, and we're going up with I think about 700 back in. An excellent start to the season from the supporters who have been brilliant in pre-season as well.
Yeah, amazing. In pre-season they've travelled to the local games, which I'm sure was great for them, because I've seen a supporters travel thing this pre-season that shows how far our supporters travel throughout the season. The Carlisle one is obviously one I'm sure they're looking forward to, but this one nonetheless is still 2-3 hours travel, and what they do for this football club on a daily basis is incredible. But when they support us home and away, it shows what the club means to them, and we really appreciate what they give to us every single day.
Thanks a lot, and let the season begin.
Thank you.